What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate those of you that were hanging out and waiting. For those of you watching the replay, as per usual, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we're doing live streams like this. You can join in on the chat. I appreciate all of you hanging out. I see this. We've got several of you hanging out waiting. For those of you that recently joined the channel membership, I just want to let you know those in the Hall of Fame tier, we're almost to the point to where we're going to do that monthly niche fragrance giveaway. We need a few more members to get there. But if by chance we don't hit that minimum 12 member goal for the Hall of Fame tier by the last weekend of the month, we will do some niche discovery sets at minimum. So just wanted to update you guys on that. As per usual, let's start with what we are wearing. Calvin Klein Defy Eau de Parfum. The best way I can describe this one, the note breakdown, it is what you will see on the note breakdown. Orange, pepper, leather and suede, but it's just this leather feel, and it's rough, but not so rough that I would call it very animalic. This is literally a light spice, like a fresh and spicy leather that you can wear anytime, day or night, all 4 seasons, dress up, dress down. This is one of the most easygoing leathers. It smells like leather that I've ever put on skin. I've come to really appreciate this one. I haven't worn it in a little while. It was nice to reach for it. I have a spray on each forearm, 4 sprays around the neck. I think 4 sprays. Yeah, so 6 sprays total. It's fine. Average performer, maybe a little bit better than that, 6-7 hours kind of thing. Nothing spectacular in performance, but not a weak fragrance either. And this solid stuff. If you're interested in picking it up, I'll put a link in the chat. There's a link in the description, just in case, because somebody always ends up asking at some point. But Calvin Klein Defy EDP, actually pretty damn good. I've been digging it. So let's see what everybody's wearing. Oh, and before I forget, don't forget to hit that thumbs up on your way in, if you don't mind. Noah, what's going on? Wearing red tobacco. That's a monster. I appreciate that, Noah. Thank you so much. Yeah, we started doing it not yesterday, but the previous, like late night before last. We had a bunch of people sign up so far. I appreciate anybody watching. That is, you'll notice when they start chatting, they'll have badges next to their name and everything. So if you're interested, definitely click join, read, see if it's for you. There's 2 tiers. It's up to you guys. Nobody has to do it, but it sure is appreciated. And there's some perks that come with it. But I appreciate you, Noah. John's rocking business over pleasure. My man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Evening from London. Good to have you, Ricardo. Why sell Cologne Blue? I'm buying next month. I'm going to buy another round of fragrances, and I'm getting that. Finally getting that. I'm no longer procrastinating, no longer putting it off. That's one of the best smelling fragrances YSL has ever put out. Bilbo's in the house. Hugo Reflection Edition. It's better than Reverse, but that's not saying much. Leave it to Bilbo. Glad to have you here, though. Eternity Aqua. Good stuff. Kind of better than Polo Blue in some ways. Dan, Not the Man, my favorite internet profile name. What's going on? How are you? Tiziana Terenzi. Falconero? Is that how you say it? Falconero? Never tried that one. Rochas Loam. I haven't wore that one in a while. That's a great blue fragrance. Good evening from Tunisia. Truthful. Appreciate you. Glad you're here. Rasasi Casamet Rasana. Never tried that one. Born in Roma Intense. That's a solid fragrance. I don't think I'm going to be getting a bottle, though. It doesn't interest me to the point of wanting to get a bottle. I have decant. Good afternoon. Beautiful day in Atlanta, Georgia. Scent of the day. Skulls and Roses. Talking about Ed Hardy? That's a decent little cheapie right there. Louis Vuitton Afternoon Swim. I've heard great things about that. Eros EDP, my favorite version of Eros until I got Flame. I'm kind of back and forth on which one I like more. I need to spend more time with Flame first. Worth Porum, never tried that. Noah did indeed sign up. I appreciate you, Noah. Thank you, man. So there's the badge, the green highlight that the members have when they get pinned. Those with the membership badge will get priority in comments and videos as far as a guaranteed reply. You don't have to worry about that. Not that that's the most important thing in the world, but if you have something you really want me to answer, definitely going to get a reply for sure, and then priority in the chats as well. So I appreciate you, Noah. Thank you, man. Seriously. Heard so many good things about that. I have never smelled it. I need an in-your-face strong summer scent. Ooh, Hawass. That's very in your face. Rasasi Hawass. Something like Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. Oh, Intense is an easy answer. Look around a little bit. I got so much shit to look through. Cool Water Intense. Bubblegummy, playful, a little on the sweet side, but a little bit of coconut gives a bit of a tropical feel. And it's a monster, and it's cheap. You can get it sub $40, 30 some odd bucks. Cool Water Intense is my vote. Ooh, Harrods Parfum. I'm glad you asked. That's one of my favorites from the house. That bottle is right there. Big fan of that one, especially in the spring and the fall. It's really, really good, especially when we're going somewhere. Like, it's weird. Every time we go spend one night, 2 nights at a casino, I always bring that with me. I kind of tie it directly to staying at the casinos. I don't know. It's just something. It smells like money, and you're wasting money at the casino, so it just ties in. Beautiful citrus-based fragrance, sweet citrus, a lot of green herbs, very dense, luxurious. It smells really expensive, super complex, as you would expect from Roger Dove's fragrances, especially a limited flanker or a very dedicated flanker like that to Harrods. Beautiful fragrance, worth trying. Super expensive, though. Be wary if price is a big thing for you, as with most people. Chic by Carolina Herrera, first full wearing. Not a massive fan. I've never tried it. You know if there's any Voyage clones out there? Someone took that winning scent profile and made it high quality. I'm sure some smaller clone houses have done their version of it. I think Dua's got some hybrids that are Nautica Voyage and something else. I've just never tried them. But Nautica Voyage is great on its own. You know, Mancera Jordan exclusive 3 a.m. from Sean John. Haven't wore that in a while. My man, the super chat king, Volcanus. What's going on, man? $10 super chat. Greetings, Ross in chat. Rocking Amber Pour Homme. Excellent choice, sir. My bottle is right here. Haven't wore that one since the fall. Been debating on getting the Intense. Anybody interested in getting Amber Pour Homme Intense? I think it's like $83. Fragrance buy. Click the link that's pinned at the chat. First set of things, you'll see a fragrance buy link, and they have, last night they had some stock. I don't know if they still have it today. I'm constantly checking the new arrivals because I've been spending a lot of money over there lately. So they do have it, but I appreciate the super chat, Volcanus. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that. Luna Rosa Carbon, big fan of that one. Sandy, good to see you. Rocking Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Platinum Privé, the newest one. Okay. What do you think about it? Oh wait, no, it's not platinum. It's a different word that starts. I'm trying to remember the damn word. It's on the tip of my tongue. Star Walker Extreme. I haven't worn that one in a long time. Invictus, one of my all-time favorites, believe it or not. Bentley Black. I still haven't tried that one. That or the Absolute. That's 2 of the Bentley for Men flankers I've never tried. Lacoste Blanc, good stuff. L1212 Whites, good stuff. Tommy Bahama St. Bart's today in South Louisiana. When it comes to tropical, that's a hard one to beat, especially for the $20 you're going to spend on it. Arrow's Flame is so good. I hated it when I smelled it on paper. When I put it on skin, oh my God, 2 fire emojis. I agree. Big fan of it. I got it sitting right there. I did that first impressions live stream when I did the haul video, and I need to put it on skin. I've got a bunch of stuff lined up that I need to start spending time with that I want to do videos on, and that's one that's towards the top of the list for me. Fresh linen suggestions. My absolute favorite is Juliet Has a Gun Musk Invisible. It literally smells like a freshly laundered cotton throw blanket. It's incredible. Cotton flower. It's a little soft and powdery. Beautiful. It's not a loud fragrance, but it's super, super cozy. It fits that descriptor over here. That descriptor perfectly. Cedrat is an in-your-face. So if you wear it in high heat, it would be in your face. That's for sure. Bilbo's absolutely right on that one. If you wear Cedrat in high heat, it will really pump off the skin. Montrese, what's going on, big dog? Already answered that. It was a double type. Limited edition Parfum. Excellent choice, Eric. Good to see you. Citron Bois. It's a fragrance I made. 10-4. Got a bunch of samples from City Rhythm, but I couldn't vibe with it. Our noses usually align, so I was confused. Any difference between the samples and full bottles? Or it shouldn't be. Shouldn't be. I have several that are favorites of mine. Really digging the newest one, Miami Tropical Confessions, 2654, and New Orleans. That's like my 3 favorites right now. Austin's pretty good too. Tempo, a lot of people are big fans of Tempo, but my 3 favorites are New Orleans, Miami Tropical Confessions, and 2654, which is a blend of Miami Tropical Seduction and San Diego Pacific Sunset that have vanilla. There's a ton of them. No, definitely not. Probably one of the better ones that's really going to give you a feel of the beach is, again, another Juliet Has a Gun fragrance, Vanilla Vibes. It smells more like they managed to turn this vanilla note into a sun-kissed sunscreen type of smell. It's a little salty. It's got a beach vibe without being super aquatic. That's actually my favorite from the house. They put some good stuff out. No, you can get it for $45, $50, $55 here in the States. Anytime I talk prices, I'm talking the States. That's just what it is. Because your country, wherever it is, does not pertain to my purchases. You know what I mean? So it sucks to hear that whatever I don't know what the conversion is on that. Is that more than $50 USD? I don't know. Big compliments today at work with Starman Nebula, 10-4. Awesome. Volcanus, I appreciate you, big dog. Shout out from South Boston, PDM Sedley today, John Gregorio. Excellent, excellent choice. A lot of people would argue that's the best PDM as far as versatility, for sure. A lot of people's favorite PDM. Some people like the more interesting, darker scents from them. I get it. But that one, it's hard to beat when it comes to just good for everything, you know. Next shopping round, grab Artisan XX. I put it in my cart a while back and then took it out of my cart. Great designer, possibly the best John Barbados. That's pretty good praise right there, because my favorite's Artisan Blue. That's still my favorite from them. Love Artisan Pure as well. The original, all of the Artisans, Artisan Aqua, the original Artisan, they're great. So Artisan XX, that's the only Artisan one I don't have besides the black bottle from years ago that got discontinued. That's the only one I don't have besides this one. So I'll take your word on that, Bilbo. I need to, in fact, let me put it on the wish list while we're talking about it so I don't forget. Artisan XX should pop up. It did not pop up. I don't know why. Sold out. That's okay. Add to wish list. Notify me. There's my email. All right. Boom. Got it. Noted. That way I don't forget. It's on my wish list because I got a decent wish list I'm building. Let's see. For some reason, I like Club de Nuit Intense Man EDP better than limited edition Pure Parfum. I mean, hey, if you like what you like, you know, there's no reason to wonder. If you like it, you like it, you know. Rockin' Tobacco today. Excellent choice. Invictus Victory. How are you? I'm doing pretty well. I can't complain. Had a pretty good day. Wife came with me to Chipotle today. She went to her gym. I went to my gym. We went run to Costco. We went to Chipotle, then went run to Costco. We both tanned today. I did the red light chamber, tan, did shoulders and traps. That's why I'm not wearing my necklaces, in case anybody was wondering. They're right here because still have tanning lotion. I mean, it's been hours, but still I didn't have them on because I had tanning lotion on. So I'm out here in the land of pasty white skin, and I'm tired of my skin blending with the locals. So I needed to start tanning, getting a little bit color and sun because I was getting too white. I mean, you can see it in my face. I'm getting a little bit of color. But I was getting too white, you know. Hit the thumbs up. That's what I'm talking about. We got 40 likes, 80 viewers, literally half. Hit that thumbs up. Thanks for the reminder. I appreciate you. Kyle is in the house. What's going on, my man? Me too. A lot of money, but having fun. You know, wearing things your spouse doesn't. She hates Dior Homme Parfum. I'm sorry to hear that. Go places without her sometimes and wear it. Anytime you're going to be without her, that's your chance. I mean, if you're glued at the hip, you're screwed, you know. But if you go places without her, Dior Homme Parfum specifically, oof. And that's not the most versatile of fragrances. I mean, you're in a bind right there, my man. Because, like, prime example, I went to Chicago because my dog handicaps us. One of us has to stay home because she's blind and diabetic. And her separation anxiety was bad before that, and it's severe now. So we can't travel together. One of us, like, she's going to Louisiana and Mississippi and Florida at the end of the month, literally the end of the month into the beginning of June. So I have to stay home. I just went to Chicago 2 weeks ago. She had to stay home. She couldn't come with me to the party, for the launch party for XXX. So I wore something she can't stand that I love, which is Amouage Overture Man, which is already very situational for me, which is kind of what's going on here for you. Dior Homme Parfum. That's a situational fragrance. It's not something you just wear every day in the summer or the spring, or, you know what I mean? So I'm not saying you got to find that the same situation I had, but you got to pick your spots. And when the opportunity presents itself, you got to take it, you know. Hope that helps. Mercedes-Benz Man Grass. Sprayed that on my arm the other day because I did the little shorts video for the Mercedes fragrances. Sprayed it on my arm. That's some good stuff. Still a big fan of that. Gentleman Cologne. You don't hear about that one anymore. What note in Penguin rocks that makes it smell like baby powder? I haven't smelled it in a long time, so I don't know because I don't remember it smelling like baby powder. Maybe that's more of a you thing because I don't remember that smelling like baby powder. I have it. It's been a long time since I've sprayed it, though. Poker Face, the cheap alternative to La Nuit de l'Homme. For those of you coming in, see we got a bunch more viewers jumped on. Make sure to hit that thumbs up for me if you don't mind. Sweetly known by Kerosene Cardamom Bomb. Both those Bentleys very good, and the Absolute has oud in it. That's what I've heard. It's got a dry pencil shavings kind of vibe, that type of oud. I've heard that for years. Still haven't tried that one. It's like a hype beast right now. It's got a bottle of Florist Elite. Pretty good. Price was right, too. Aqua di Gio EDP. I'm fine. That's on the wish list. I'm finally going to break down and get a bottle. It's about as cheap as it's going to get, and, you know, the completionist in me wants to get it. So, 10-4. Smells like a powdery tropical drink. Ooh. Ooh. You have my interest, sir. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Fresh, citrus, woody, aquatic, spicy. Top is Italian lemon, thyme, juniper, bergamot, lavender, and lime. Beautiful opening. Salt, ozonic notes, cardamom, hyacinth. Ooh. Ooh, I always like hyacinth. Very few fragrances I come across that have it. For men, anyways. Lily of the Valley, Lang-a-Lang, sandalwood, oak moss, patchouli, white cedar. That does sound good. The similar is kind of strange, though. I'm on Parfumo. I don't have a screen share set up, but Percival, Fierce, and which one is this? And Vodka on the Rocks is what people are saying it's most similar to. I don't know how accurate it is, but you saying that definitely interests me. I need to get a sample. I don't know if it's blind buy worthy for me. I definitely need to get a sample. The Tux from Alhambra, I have not. I'm not a big YSL Tuxedo DNA kind of guy. That's more Cuba. Angel, that's his favorite DNA of all time. He's the one that would want to try literally everything for that. Me, I'm more the guy that likes to try everything Invictus Aqua because that's like my favorite fragrance. Because I have several that smell like Tuxedo, so I'm kind of good on them. Like, I don't need to have all of them. No, with the $10 super chat, I appreciate that. Would love to hear your recommendation for a nice airy rose fragrance. Rose is one of my favorite notes, and I'm looking for something centered around that. Jo Malone Red Roses has been on my mind. I haven't tried that one. Appreciate the super chat, first and foremost. Appreciate you signing up for the channel membership as well. I see that you are using the special emoji, but it doesn't show up on here for some reason. It shows up in the YouTube chat, but for some reason it doesn't show up there. As far as an airy rose, I mean, I got to go to Signature Rosé for that, or Argos Adonis Awakens. Now, it does have some balls to it, especially Adonis Awakens. It's not as airy as Rosé. Rosé is a great performer, but it's a bit more airy and aromatic overall. But I would say that's the two best rose fragrances I own. I would suggest sampling those for sure. You can save 10% from my link for either site in my link tree that's pinned to the top, and you can get a sample for either. I forgot how much the carded samples are from Argos, but from Zaharoff, they're $5. You can save 50 cents with 10%. Just using the link, you save 10%. So I would suggest maybe getting a sample of each of those, try them out, see if those kind of scratch the itch for what you're looking for with an airy rose. I would think Rosé might do the job a little better based on what you're saying, but I would suggest trying those if you haven't yet. Thank you for the super chat. Sin of the day, layering combo, Naxos and Grand Soir. Ooh, such a bad boy right there, huh? 61 likes, 101 viewers. We can do better than that. Come on, guys. Hit that thumbs up for me. Chrome EDP. That has started to grow on me quite a bit. I've become quite the fan of that fragrance. Platine Preview. I couldn't think of the damn. I knew it wasn't platinum. Platine. That's the word I couldn't think of. Thank you for correcting me. Well, correcting us. You corrected both of us for me. Thank you, Sandy. I appreciate that. I immediately compared it to the cologne, as everybody would. 90% similar. This has a bit more citrus in this. Really, because they dropped the orange note from the cologne. That's why I assumed it would be less citrus and is sweeter. Well, I mean, with it being 90% similar, as you're saying, that's good for those that missed out on the cologne flanker. which I'm absolutely not going to get this. That's a complete redundant purchase for me. I have 2 bottles of the cologne. So, but that's what I've been getting from people is there's a slight difference, but it's basically the same fragrance. I just know my frag family has that engagement looking right. 86 people watching. I haven't looked at the ratio yet, but I know you're doing your boy justice. Thank you, Jared. Would you consider looking into the Alien Man line? I'd be interested in checking it out at some point. There's so much that I want to get my nose on, man. And I don't just get decants all the time. I do more bottle purchases than I do decants. I go through spurts. Like right now, I'm in a bottle buying mode. And then when summer rolls around, I'm probably going to be looking at buying decants a lot more because I'm getting a lot of summery stuff right now. And then when summer rolls around, and this is when I'm going to start getting stuff for the fall. I'm a season ahead with my purchases usually. Speaking of PDM, Carlisle or Harrod? Carlisle. So sweet and powdery, but Harrod's tobacco notes unbeatable. I would beg to differ that it's unbeatable, but it is a great tobacco fragrance for sure. Can't pick one to buy. I had a 8 ml decant of Harrod. I went through about half of it, and during the review, I dropped the decant on the ground and cracked it. I've been meaning to get a bottle for a long time. Carlisle, there was a time when I called it my favorite from the house. Before I got Kalan, before I got Sedley and Percival and Greenlee and all of those, when I only had like 5 from the house, there was a time when it was my favorite. I would go Carlisle. I appreciate that, Jared. Thank you, man. What do you think of Burberry Brit and Brit Rhythm? I don't have much experience with Brit Rhythm. I do have it. I don't have much experience with it. I only wore it like one time. I just have too much shit. That's wouldn't be a live stream with me without me saying I have too many fragrances, right? Burberry Brit, though, the rose in that is a little dry and powdery. It's warm. It's got some spice to it. Burberry Brit is still super underrated. I have one of the older style bottles before they changed it. I haven't worn that one in a long time. Definitely not good for the seasons we're in right now. More cooler weather, but it's a beautiful rose fragrance that's very, very underappreciated. What is Wilma? No clue what that is. Very good. When it dries down, Leighton is bang right there. Ooh, yeah, I sniffed on Leighton last night. I was like, oh, God, it's still so good. It captivates me every time I smell it. Even just smelling it out the atomizer. Love Leighton. Love Leighton. So good. Ursa thoughts. No experience. Can't weigh in. You do a video of what's on your shelf. No, absolutely not. This is way too much of a pain in the ass. Absolutely not worth it. Not going put myself. For years, I've had people ask me to do a collection video. Fuck no. It's a nightmare to deal with that. What I did say I would do a while back is when I move in the fall, in September, I might do it in a series when I'm setting up the room. That'll be the time that I'll do the collection video. So a few months down the road, I'm going to do it there probably in segments. But as far as taking you around it, fuck no. That's a nightmare. It's a nightmare to pull all that stuff out because most of my stuff's in their boxes. So it's not like I can just angle it and you can see the bottle. Most of it's in boxes, lying back, shelves, just tiered all over the place. Yeah, hell no. Hell no. Sorry to hear about your dog. I mean, she's doing well. This was in January of last year. She got diagnosed with diabetes over a year ago. And then she's been blind. She went blind like a month later. So she's been blind for over a year now. Yep, she's got 2.5 IUs of insulin every 12 hours she takes. Dunhill Century Blue. I've been meaning to get that one because I don't like Century that much. Century didn't really do it for me. I have the original. My personal favorite, those would both work out great, actually, especially Nautica Voyage. My personal favorite is Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct Blue. That's my favorite gem scent. Yesterday, I did 2 sprays of Cool Water Wave, and today I didn't wear anything. But yesterday, I wore 2 sprays of Cool Water Wave. No, not even a little. Not even a little are they similar. Why is it not pinning? I'm trying to pin another comment. There we go. It was delayed for some reason. No, not even a little bit redundant. They both have great complexity, but no, they're not similar at all. No redundancy there whatsoever. Totally different scent profiles. Isola Blue, God, it's so good. I had somebody come in the comments and like, oh no, to me it's not even that close. A Oligarch Parfum was this, Oligarch Parfum was that. Hey, man, your interpretation is your interpretation. They're pretty much, it's the same fragrance. But long before I got it, I verified that with Jack, the rep I deal with Roger Parfums, that it is exactly the same formula. It is not different. That's your mind wanting to find differences. It's not different. It's the same fragrance. Anybody that's finding differences in the two, you're just trying to. Your mind is doing that to you. Because I verified with the company, it is the exact same formula. Because it was literally on the market for like a week and got pulled because of the war. Because they didn't want to leave that a fragrance with that name on the market. So I was one of the few that was lucky enough to get Oligarch Parfum. So I was able to spend time with it for over a year now. And then when I got Isola Blue, I'm like, wow, now I have 2 bottles of it. Amazing. So for those of you that don't know, I did Isola Blue's review this morning. That was one of the 2 videos that came out earlier today, right around lunchtime. So definitely check that out if you're interested in the fragrance. I finally gave a 10 out of 10 on a review. And I don't know when the next time that's going to happen. But I like that one that much. Yeah, for me, that's why it gets a 10. For me, it's the perfect fragrance. I'm not saying it's a 10 for everyone else. For me, I always speak off of how I feel when I do reviews. For me, it's the perfect fragrance. Strong without overwhelming. As versatile as they come. Crazy high compliment factor with the experiences I've had. And it's got all the freshness with all the density and complexity and the story being told and the just multitude of nuance as it settles throughout the life on the skin, just so on and so forth. It's love it. Love it, love it, love it. Just got here. Let's go. That's what's up. What's going on? Spencer, good to see you. Essential Obsessions Model Citizen. Never tried that. RS, good to see you. Mauricio, what's going on? Mohammed, good to see you. Let's see. Cool Water versus Cool Water Intense. I actually did that video. I did that Cool Water EDT versus Intense versus Parfum. If you're interested, definitely go check that out. I don't want to spoil that for you, but Parfum is my favorite of the 3, but I do break down each one of them for what I get from it as far as scent profile and performance, the versatility on the 3, and so on. Definitely check out that video. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, anytime I've done a video on the topic, I would prefer you to watch the video, obviously, because I spent the time recording the videos. So that's why you'll see it in comments from time to time. Somebody asks me, hey, what do you think about this one? Be like, hey, I did a video on it. Here's the link. So, but I appreciate you asking. Hopefully, when you get some time, you check that video out. Because they smell nothing alike. The EDT and Cool Water Intense, nothing alike. I'm interested in that one too. Tomorrow's Black Anubis Day. I hope you enjoy it. It's my opinion with niche. They all become situational. Yes. Sometimes I don't want to have to think about what I wear. That's why I like designer so much. Which this one's interesting. Don't get me wrong. Because it's basically just a leather smell. You get citrus, you get pepper, but it fades and it becomes just a leather smell. That's simple. The majority of it's just this leather smell. And it's nice. It still maintains some freshness. It's got some oomph to it while still being fresh. It's just like I'm in the mood for leather today or something that just I can just spray and go. This works. It's just leather dominant, you know. But that's why I like blue fragrances so much. Even though the bottle's blue, I wouldn't really call this much of a blue. I guess if there's such a thing as a leather heavy blue, that would be it. But that's why I like blues so much, Bilbo. That's exactly why. Because you don't have to think about it. You just spray and go. It works. It smells good. They usually perform pretty well. They're very good at everything without being great at any one thing. Niche, most of the time, is much more situational. I completely agree. But that's why you'll see me rave about certain niche fragrances, because it's basically like a high-quality blue fragrance in many ways, which Isola Blue, even in the name, even though it's got a lot of green facets to it, I wouldn't completely call it a blue, but it kind of fits the genre, you know? Hope all is well. Send a Lacoste White EDT found 50 ml at the rack store for $18. That's a steal. Also have Eau Givray, excellent, as well as something for Mother's Day on the way. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Eau Givray is awesome. I made the live. Yay. Well, welcome, Andrew. Glad you're here. 120 people, 83 likes. We're getting there. Can we get over 100 likes? Can we do that? By the way, no specific topic. That's why it's titled the way it is. Just chatting with you guys. We're going to talk about some fragrances and bullshit, and like we usually do on this particular type of live stream. Lamal Elixir, so ready for this. Me too. Especially now that we have a more accurate note breakdown of what it's going to be. Whew, I think that's going to be amazing. That could be, it's going to be, it's got real potential to be a top 3 designer release of the year. I'm not going to sit here and say it's got a chance to be number 1. It could be. I mean, there's always that chance. But I really feel in my gut it's going to get raved about. Yep. From all your favorite channels, the fake bitches, the real ones, all of them. Me, yeah. There's a real chance it's going to get some serious hype. It seems like it's going to be great. Does collector bottles matter? Or is it just the juice? No, it's I mean, if you want some collection bling, that's what the collector's bottles are for. They're all, you're not going to find them as cheap from discounters if and when they do hit the discounters as compared to the regular one. Most of the time. There are exceptions. But I mean, that's up to you. I don't really buy the collector bottles unless I come across one at a rack store or just clearanced out on the discount site and just stumble upon it. Rare occurrence, like I was saying. So it all depends. But yeah, it's more about the juice for me, because I mean, I'm not going around showing off the bottle everywhere. I make some posts on social media, but it's just to show, hey, this is what I'm wearing today, basically. Good evening to you, sir. I love Explorer. Will also probably enjoy Sidrapoise, or is that a different direction? That's a different direction. That's more like a wicker basket full of fruits is the way I've always described that, because it's got this dry woody facet. Leather plays a little bit of role, but it's not a very leathery fragrance. The intense is way more leather. But it's very fresh, sharp citrus, fruity sweet. Some people say it has a Fruity Pebbles opening. I've heard that before. So not exactly like Explorer. Same vein, not same scent. Cost White might be the best designer freshie ever. There's an argument for that, Bilbo. There's definitely an argument for that. I'm not going to refute that claim. There's a good argument for that. Usually iFragrance Official is like my main source. Definitely follow on IG at iFragrance, or you can go to ifragranceofficial.com if you want to look up the information. But that's where I get that's where a lot of us get majority of our information on new releases. They're usually first to hit the scene. They're like breaking news spot. And some of us get privy to the information a little bit before it hits the public. But yeah, iFragrance. Definitely follow iFragrance. Just like it sounds, iFragrance. Just the letter I. Lowercase I and then fragrance. Literally, if you're going on IG, at iFragrance and ifragranceofficial.com. Anyways, just making sure I'm clear. Scent of the day was Sweaty Balls and Paris Hilton for him. What a combination. Nice layering combo. Wasn't on last stream when George was on, but heard he mentioned 2 more new releases dropping this year. Yes, I know you're sworn to secrecy, but no, not completely. Like, I can talk about Coco Loco. I can't talk about the packaging. I did talk to George about 20 minutes ago. He was picking up Antonia, his business partner. They're heading to Rio, which is the inspiration for Coco Loco. He's filming some footage. So this is the note breakdown, and you can tell it really stands out among all the rest. It is a tropical fragrance with some real balls to it. This is much, much stronger than Citrine. So it was developed at the same time as Citrine. The concept was Citrine was going to be the daytime fragrance. Coco Loco was going to be more of the evening tropical fragrance. That's why Citrine's a bright freshie, and this is more of a dense, like tropical fruity drink minus the booze in many ways. It's not as hefty on the orientals and spices and stuff like that, like the Signature Pour Homme DNA. It is based off of the Signature Pour Homme DNA, but it's not as heavy on the orientals, not as resinous, you know, but has a lot of the woods with a whole bunch. Like literally, I'll read off the notes to you guys. Top notes: fresh cardamom, red clementine, juicy pear, and pineapple. Heart is coconut flesh, literally like scraping the coconut out of the coconut shell. Blonde cedar, pimento leaves, neroli petals, and star jasmine. Then base of benzoin tears, tonka bean, heliotrope, vanilla, and white musk. See, you don't have much wood actually, but it's basically the blonde cedar is going to dominate here. And then the benzoin is going to give you kind of an ambery feel. Tonka bean sweetness, heliotrope is going to add some aromatic tones. The muskiness really jumps out in this one. I mean, I have the final rendition right here. It's literally, I've been spraying it like crazy. We'll give it a spray right now. I mean, I've been given the green light to talk about it. It's killing me to not talk about the packaging. God, it's so good. I can taste it. It's strong as shit. It's 25% and it's strong. It's a heavy tropical fragrance. It wears heavy. God, that juicy pineapple, coconut, and pear combo. Jesus Christ. So good. So good. Mouth watering. It's almost delectable and edible. Like a picture a fruit bowl beachside. You know, it's like a variety of tropical fruits. So good. Everybody, you guys are going to love this one. This is going to be a hype beast from the house for sure. Now it's going to be the gourmand in the fall is what's been settled on. I can't say the name, and I can't give too much info on that one yet because that's the fall. We're still a ways away. But as soon as XXX ships, Coco Loco goes on pre-sale. And there's something really special that was done with the packaging. That's why I keep talking about how badly I want to tell you guys about the package. I'd love to show you guys. I don't have it in hand. I got pictures of everything and video and stuff. But the packaging is really, really, really special. It's something George hasn't done before. And I can't say any more than that, but it's special. It's very special. It's a fun fragrance inspired by Carnival in Rio de Janeiro. Carnival, as I was told, is the proper way to say it. Carnival in Rio. And God, it's so good. And that cardamom's just right to give it a little bit of this little sprinkle of spice right on top of all the fruits. Such a good fragrance. Wearing Seaside Symphony from the summer releases. I need the summer releases, Mohammed. I'm all about the summer stuff right now. I'm so excited for the fresh stuff. I've never tried the Black Panther clone from Alexandria. Just got Dior Homme Parfum yesterday from Fragrance Buy. Also got Eau Givray. Ooh. Based on your reaction from the opening, can't wait to check it out. You're going to like it. I can't imagine anybody not liking Eau Givray. First time tuning in. Love your content, Ross. Hailing from Denver, right up the road. Tom Ford Oud Wood going on. Just ordered a full bottle from Costco. Big fragrance sale going on. Well, Gregory, welcome. Glad to have you. Thank you for being here. Hope you enjoy Oud Wood. Let's see. Good ozonic. Can you complete the question, please, sir? Lyric Man is an excellent rose. I've been meaning to get a bottle for a long time. Now that I have Overture Man, that's probably my next target from the house. I've been kind of eyeing a few places that have it. I used to have a 10 ml decant, long gone, but that's a beautiful, bright, fresh rose, a little smoky. That really suits my style. That's a good rose, too, for sure. Cartier Declaration d'un Soir is a gorgeous rose. I've heard that, but I've never tried it. Sounds like my next purchase. There you go. Toy Boy is some good stuff. That's a bright, fresh, spicy rose. Vintage 40 knots. Excellent. Went with Diabolique today since it's unusually cold. That's from Happy Land for those of you that don't know what Diabolique is. Very spicy fragrance. Airy Rose. 12 sprays of red tobacco with 7 sprays of Toy Boy on top. No, don't do that. That's terrible advice. He's trolling. What happened to those all perfumery oils? I haven't used them in a while. They're sitting right. I'm looking at them. They're sitting right there. They're good. The Sauvage one's the one I use the most. The Sauvage one's really, really good. Like really, really good. Really good. Surprised me how good it is. The Aventus one's really good too, but the Sauvage one kind of blew my mind. It's a pure oil of Sauvage. It smells better than every version of Sauvage because it's the pure oil. So good. Anywhere I can get a decant of Zaharoff Signature Rosé, you can get a travel size from Zaharoff. So click the link at the top of the chat. Go to the Zaharoff link, not the ones at the very top. Let me just do this. It'd be so much easier if I just put it in the chat for you. Because the link, the reason I specify using the link specifically is how you get 10% off. The codes don't work anymore. So I'm going to put that in the chat for you real quick. So Eric, you're going to want to click the link I just put in the chat and go to just type in Rosé, and you can get a sample, you can get a travel atomizer, or they have the bottles. So they have the 3 different ways. And you'll get 10% off of any of them by you going through that link. The link automatically knocks 10% off. So if you want to get a travel atomizer, it's 7.5 ml, I believe. Just drop, say hi, leave a like. What's up, Ross? Lewis, I appreciate you. Thank you, man. So it's definitely Isola Blue / Oligarch Parfum. Oligarch Parfum was already my favorite. But I mean, it's not by a huge margin because I love Danger. Danger Parfum Pour Homme is right next to it, sits on the same pedestal. Then Elysium Parfum Pour Homme and Raja Parfum's Harrods Parfum Pour Homme, like we talked about earlier. It really comes down to like those 4 are my favorites. Those 4 with Isola Blue / I gotta say / it's the same damn fragrance. Oligarch Parfum narrowly edging out as the front runner in that group. The freshies are incredible from the house. I have 450 mLs of Ideal cologne. Damn. Oh, already answered that. Or you can get it directly from Zaharoff, like we were discussing. Homage Epic Man. Ooh, excellent, excellent choice. I'd say Percival would be the closest. That bubblegummy scent, I think, Bubble Yum. That's a monster, too. For what or who in your life you feel the most grateful? This Bane's always with these questions. Definitely my wife. That's an obvious one, because without the right support system, you can't do the kind of things I do. Not every wife's cool with amassing this type of collection and then turning it into what you do for a living. You know what I mean? And just taking the plunge. When the time came for me to do this full time, she was on board. It was what I worked towards, and she was on board. You know, I never get any grief. It's a partnership. It's a, you know, we discuss everything together. I'd have to say my wife for sure. Easily. That's an easy answer. Bane always trying to be thought-provoking in a fragrance conversation. Morgan City. I'll be damned. What's going on, man? Good to have you. Burberry Brit is the best Burberry. That's a bold statement, but I'm, again, not going to argue that. I have to get more Sphinx fragrances in my collection. For sure, I love Alexandria. When does that release? When does that release, Mohammed? TCV Tobacco Citron Vanille, for those of you that are curious. Was my summer scent yesterday. I'd love to add another summer banger from Sphinx. Me too. Me too. He's definitely got my intrigue. I'm getting caught up eventually. So let's see. Good night. Excellent. Your explication, my Lord bless you. All right, Juan. Thank you, sir. Jim sent is 10 sprays of leather tobacco. I don't believe you. Am I the only one who goes to the collection and takes lids off for a sniff regularly for just a laugh and see what? Yes, yes, and more yes. I do that too. It's not you. It's not just you. I definitely do it too. Rose would be great for spring and summer. Woody, spicy, aquatic with some leather. For you in these live streams. All genres, Bobs. That's a good answer right there. Yes, it's very strong and synthetic. It is one you can go nose blind to for sure. You absolutely can. I've never tried that. I've heard it's good. Kevin, good to see you. Oh, so he went ahead and did it. So we've been knowing about that for a while. I had somebody in my comments mention earlier. I'm like, how do you know about that? Because I've been knowing for like close to 2 months. I've been knowing. I was waiting on either iFragrance to put it out or for Roger Parfums to put it out. But yeah, Elysium Eau Intense is coming. So I guess I'm going to talk about it since others are doing it. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. The cap looks badass too. It looks like concrete. It's the same bottle as Elysium Parfum Cologne. Different blue hue, but the cap's different. It's like this silver, like the picture, it looks like almost like a concrete silver gray, concrete gray, I guess would be the better way to put it. So the cap's totally different and it's a different hue of blue. But I'm definitely want that. Let's see, Jody Jones, evening, good afternoon. Can't wait for Coco Loco. Me too. It's on my hand. God, it's settling in. A clementine, a little bit of a lime feel, a little sweet orange type of smell, and that pear, pineapple, coconut combo. Whew, man. Bowl of fruits sprinkled with spice. I'm still in that stage. Aromatic. There's a green leafy feel to it. So thick too. Good stuff. Noel, good to see you. Givenchy Gentleman Cologne, excellent choice. It's a banger. Great conversation with Joey and George yesterday. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Went to Ulta and smelled Gentleman Society today. It is damn good. Still smells very creamy and balsamic. I agree. It's damn good. You know who? What's going on, my man? 10-4. Polo Blue Parfums, great. Yes. Yes, it's my favorite version of Polo Blue. For sure. I have not tried it. Renaissance by Zaharoff. That's a good one. I've tried that, though. Killer Citrus opening. Eros has worn off now. I decided to go spray something else. Something to go with this cauliflower pizza I'm eating. That's good stuff. All right, which one are you eating? The white cheddar? Is it the Cauliflower brand? Because my wife buys the white cheddar ones, all the white pizza, white cheddar pizza, whatever. It's spinach and some kind of white sauce. It's amazing. She never eats the whole thing. I usually get like a third of it. pizza about that big. Robert Hicks, do you know of any colognes that are like Batio Immortel with the raspberry without the birch? Not specifically. Without the birch, none that come to mind. Nothing I can think of. Looking forward to Backlash. Yeah, Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest. That's the Puerto Rican in me talking. Glad Puerto Rico gets a premium live event. I'll be watching for sure. With Olga. So I've seen people comparing it to that, and I don't really get all of that much vetiver. Not really. This is fruitiness on a different level from something like anything than the Terre d'Hermes line. I don't really get much of that. I noticed several people had put that as their smells like spot. Not really to me. I mean, if that's what you smell, that's what you smell, but not really to me. I would need more vetiver out of it to get that comparison. I get a little bit more leather musk and sweetness in the dry down. And I get a woody facet for sure. It's quite woody on my skin, but it's not like earthy woody vetiver. It's not the earthiness of the vetiver in a Terre d'Hermes line, you know. So I definitely don't get it, but I mean, there's others that feel the way you feel for sure. Ooh, definitely Prodalome Low if you can get your hands on it. The baby blue bottle, Prodalome Low. Ginger, iris, and neroli. It's gorgeous. I haven't tried Fabulo Intense. Charuto Tobacco Vanille is really, really freaking good, though. I have a bottle of that. That's really good. Damn good clone of Tobacco Vanille. Looking for a woody floral. I really enjoy Reflection Man. Let me think. What kind of price range are we talking? Since you said Reflection Man, I'm assuming Niches is available. Because here I would go back to Adonis Awakens or Palace Athene from Argos. Because if you want a really good niche floral, you'd be surprised what's going on over at Argos. Palace Athene, just like the Pour Femme, they're not really all that feminine. They're really not. Beautiful iris with supporting florals. I would check into those. Hidden Gems, what's going on, my man? Another channel member. Bilbo signed up. What's going on, Bilbo? I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Welcome. Welcome to the elite membership. I appreciate that. Can't wait for Coco Loco. Me too. Boston Scent Private Accord. That's an excellent one. Disagree, Dylan, but I mean, to each their own. Like I said, I'm not going to argue because a bunch of other people seem to feel that way. I don't get as much of a tie-in to it myself. That star feels so good, right? I'm glad you have it. And it's just a blue star right now. Every month it changes color as we move forward. So the Damon Sarah Pearl. Can't believe I waited so long to get samples of Zed Creators 2.0. All three are great. All damn three. Go get you some, people. That's what I'm talking about. Code ZZ saves free shipping domestically for the Zed Creator samples specifically. Ross, the best designer, reviewer, and a great human. Show love to the GOAT. Bilbo, thank you, my man. I appreciate that. Bilbo gets a lot of shit on other streams, but Bilbo's active on my stream. Bilbo's active on my stream. I appreciate you, man. Let's see. Best layer I've found, Porto Neroli and Artisan Pure. I bet that is good because that's the Alhambra clone for Neroli Portofino, which I've heard is really good. I've heard it's a really good clone. Let's see. First time I got red tobacco, no one told me to not overspray. Oh, nobody told you it was nuclear? Really? Everybody you've heard talk about that's talked about how strong it is. Come on now. Oh, my God. People smell me before I even came in. No lie. Yeah, no shit. That's one of the strongest fragrances out there, man. But you smelled great. You just overwhelmingly smelled great. Smooth Operator, new to the membership. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much for joining up. So starting next week is when I'm going to start the polls, because so that's part of the membership is you guys get to weigh in. I'm literally going to poll you guys on what content you want to see for the following week. Now it's not going to be for all 7 days, but at least a few videos it's going to be members' choice on what you guys want to see, and I'll create the content and we'll talk about it. I'll give my opinions on whatever you guys want to see. That's part of signing up for the membership, is you guys being that much more engaged and involved with what's actually going to happen on this channel. So I appreciate you guys. That bottle was pretty. I've tried Scandal. See, I've never tried. I only have the Parfum Cologne, and I love the Parfum Cologne. I hold it in so high regard I hardly ever wear the damn thing. It's a problem. it's a problem because I don't dress up. I don't dress up in a suit and tie as often as I used to. It's very rare now. And that's a great fragrance for a suit and tie. So I kind of held it for that, 108 likes, 120 viewers. I appreciate you guys. We'll hang out for another 10 minutes and then we'll go ahead and shut it down. Let me get caught up some more on these comments. Vintage Sheepra kick, thanks to Darren Allen's last few releases. So Sheepra Extraordinaire, I've only smelled it one time with Justin and Andrea. Justin had it. It was in that Raja blind smelling rate that me and Andrea did in Justin's video. And it was amazing. I don't remember the scent well enough to sit here and talk about it and dissect it, though. It was one time on a test strip. Andrea fell in love with it, though. She sprayed it on the skin after the video. I do remember that. I would maybe get a sample of that one, look into it a little bit, see if it interests you, and get a sample of that one. Because I remember that getting, being like a big hit that day. I do remember that. Speaking of Sheepras. Definitely Andrea, curly scents. Dick and Fart joke humor. Michelle, curly scent, curly fragrance. I wish Tara still did videos. Tara doesn't do videos anymore. Olfactophiles. Shout out to Tara if you happen to see this. Let me think who else would be good. Josephine, very well respected. Jus de Rose. Jusderose. I mean, there's always Demi, Demi Rawling. I'm trying to think of some smaller channels, though. Because Hillary doesn't make that much content anymore. The Borough of Nerdy Fragrance Reviews, Hills and Yara, my girls. Melissa Villanueva, Nilla Wafers. You can always go check her out. She does a lot of live streams. She's awesome human. I've spent some time with her 2 weeks ago for that party I was talking about. So Melissa Villanueva, definitely look her up. Actually, if you go to my community page on my channel page and scroll down, like 2 days ago, I shared her and Autumn's live stream from a few days ago. So you can get to her channel pretty easily that way. I'm trying to think if anybody else comes to mind. That's all I got in the moment. That's all I got right now. But I hope that helps. Say something about Pure Parfum hand pink waving. What is with this hand pink waving? You've been putting that in every live stream. I don't get it. Leather tobacco for the summer. Terrible advice. Absolutely not. Leather patchouli. Have you tried? I have not. The patchouli dominant fragrance I have from them is a spicy oud. Even though it's not in the name, it's dominated by this creamy patchouli. It's gorgeous too. I did a full review on it like 2 years ago. I haven't worked in a while. It's a monster, as you would expect. Montal. Yeah, it's incredible. And the spice is saffron. I believe it's saffron. But no, I haven't tried that one. One of my friends attended private Raja events in NYC, and he said it's similar how Sauvage is to Sauvage Elixir. That makes sense. That I can agree with for sure. Yeah, that I can agree with. That's a great analogy and a great way to put it, because there's faint similarity, but you understand it's in the same family. That I can agree with. Yes, for sure. Because it comes down to how it's going to react on your skin. That's why I'm saying there's several people that agree it smells more like Terre d'Hermès, but I don't get all of that earthy vetiver that I would think would need to tie it into that. But I can understand with some of the citrus, but even then it's way more complex. The complexity is night and day different from anything in the Terre d'Hermès line to Isola Blue. It's great. It's worth trying. It's so worth trying. So worth trying. God, it's good. It is so good. This Dry Down Hugo Reflective Edition is pretty good. Nice scent bubble. Noted. Welcome to the TLTG family. Hachivat or B612? Well, I would say if you're looking for versatility, probably B612 would be a better everyday wear. If you're looking for something that you're going to dress up a little more, Hachivat. Because you get the citruses up top, citrus fruity smell, but it really becomes an oak moss bomb. You have to really like oak moss. Very earthy green, a little smoky even and spicy. The way this oak moss acts on my skin. Very elegant, classy grown man scent. You can get away with it wearing more casually daily, but it kind of begs you to dress it up a little bit more. So if you're looking for situations like that, I would go with Hachivat. But if you want the better daily wear that's got more freshness, I would say B612 personally. That's my opinion, of course. I'm a sucker for these Hugo Canteen bottles. 10-4. Polo Earth, I still need to try that one. Well, just sprung for some Elysium. Got to start saving the pennies for Elysium Oh Intense. Yeah, I'm excited for that one. Got my work bonus, so I did a frag haul. Elysium, Percival, Ristretto Cafe, Killian Apple Brandy, and Vintage Green. That's a hell of a haul right there. Definitely bought some good stuff. I've tried Ristretto Cafe. I don't own it. I own, why am I drawing a blank? The other one, the previous one. The Ristretto's a flanker too. Cafe, why the fuck am I drawing a blank on the name of the damn fragrance? Jesus Christ, it's behind. I'd have to dig for it. But you know what I'm talking about. Why can't I'm drawing a blank? I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. One fragrance to bring to Hawaii. Which would you pick? Ooh. Currently on the market or coming soon? Because coming soon, I would say Coco Loco for sure. 100% Coco Loco. But if we take that out of it because it's not on the market yet, there's a few that I would think. Because I have some I haven't opened yet that could be in the running, like Melody on the Sun from Mancera, French Riviera, Sicily. I got a few of those that I haven't opened yet. But probably... I'm going Sole d'Italy from Mancera. That's what I'm going with. New shaker bottles can kick rocks. That's what I'm talking. Tell them, Bilbo. Hugo Canteen bottles are cool. The OG is still my favorite. Hate it's been watered down since the 90s. Well, it was the inevitable. It's been around so long. Recently got Enclave and love it. Looking at Meander, Beach Hut Man is my next purchase. I would suggest if you want a more vegetal iris fragrance, you're going to want to go with Meander. It's so interesting. It's got the carrot seeds. Same kind of carrot seeds you can find in even Mystique, my newest creation. Meander, it's smoky. It's iris based. Some would say it's in the same family. I've seen people compare it on Troll Grantica, actually. But it's not the same scent. But I do like Meander quite a bit. But I don't know. I feel like Beach Hut Man is a little bit more casual while still having a grown man vibe to it. It's a very green galbanum and mint leaf heavy warm weather fragrance that's a monster. I think I have to lean to Beach Hut Man. I don't have a bottle of Beach Hut Man. I've smelled Beach Hut Man. I have several clones of Beach Hut Man. I think of the two, gun to my head, I would have to go with Beach Hut Man. But obviously, if you just try them both, you can see, just sample them would be your best bet. I wouldn't recommend blind buying either one of them, honestly. Boogie Hugo Man and Extreme Canteen is money. PDM Greenlee, that's a safe blind buy right there. Someone else told me that. Is it really like the OG used to be? Man, with the $5 super chat, what would you recommend for a man over 40 that smokes cigars? That's a good question. Let's think about this for a second, because it's easy to recommend tobacco and leather tobacco from Zaharoff. That's easy to do. So let me pick something else here. To go with the same vibe, I would say something like Amouage Journeyman. It still has tobacco, but it's a dry, spicy aromatic, very masculine, very classy and expensive smelling. Nothing youthful, playful. You can mistaken that being something that a 20-year-old's wearing. None of that. I would think Amouage Journeyman would suit, just based off the information I have, would be a suitable choice for said gentleman that we're speaking of. Again, not blind buy safe when it comes to these expensive niche fragrances, but boy, you want to talk about a home run scent profile. I do have a bottle of that one. That one's amazing. I blind bought that crazy fragrance too. Juniper, Sichuan pepper, tobacco, main notes you're going to get from it. So kind of a gin aromatic feel. A lot of juniper berries. Sichuan pepper, warm, bright, spicy, earthy, dry tobacco. Soft woods. Beautiful. Great performer too. That would be my pick, my recommendation. Thank you for the $5 super chat as well. So we're shutting it down here in just a second. Let me try to get caught up real quick. Yeah, it's a banger. It's really good. It's based around the Mysore sandalwood base and DNA of Danye, one of the previous blonde wood releases from the house, with this red berries, radiant rose type of feel. Not feminine at all. Very, very masculine rose fragrance. Sean John, Let's see. Good evening. Ani, Fan Your Flames, or Neffs? Ooh, that's a tough one. Shit. 199. Thank you for the 199 super chat. So I've only smelled Neffs once. So I remember really liking it. I do want to get a bottle, but I have to eliminate that one because I don't have enough experience with it to recommend it over the other two that I do have and I do love. And it's really tough to not pick Ani here because Ani is my favorite from the house. But Fan Your Flames has a wow factor to it. Ani's the more intoxicating of the two, the more knock your socks off. Like, holy shit, this smells good. Like that wow factor the first time you smell it or the first time you smelled it in a while is Fan Your Flames. The coconut, booze, everything, the roasted wood smell that you get really comes across as almost like a crystallized roasted marshmallow smell in the opening to me. It's very different. It's very good, though. That is such a toss-up and such a tough one. We're gonna end on just like 2 or 3 more after this one because this one's holding me for a minute. This one's tough. Man, it comes down to, do you like vanilla? How much do you like vanilla? That's going to be the answer. If you're really a big fan of vanilla, then Ani. It's one of the best vanilla fragrances ever made, in my opinion. Amber benzoin vanilla, so warm and spicy. It's amazing. Like I said, it's my favorite from the house. But Fan Your Flames has that wow factor because it's just so different. That's a tough one. I guess gun to my head, I got to just go with what's my favorite, right? I'm going to go with Nishane Ani, but boy, if you should get samples of all 3 for sure because that's all bangers. They're all worth having. I understand money's a thing. You don't want to buy all 3 at once. I get it. But all 3 of those are worth experiencing. You should really try all 3 of those. Get samples of all 3, man. But I'm going to go with Ani. I know that was long-winded because, damn, you threw some banger choices out there. A, B, and C, I would have to go with D, all of the above, but that's not an acceptable answer in this situation. But thank you for the 199 super chat. That was a damn good question. It was a hard question. It was a hard one. Iris, first and foremost. Iris is my favorite note in perfumery, whether it's the fantasy, lipsticky, waxy, powdery iris that you find all these designer fragrances or natural Florentine iris orris root that has that earthy, rooty kind of boiled carrot smell. I like iris just across the board, every form of it, fresh and soapy, soft and powdery, whatever. I like iris. That's my favorite. Then I would have to say something like pink pepper, that bright, sweet, spicy tone, a little bit of an aromatic feel that you get from pink pepper. Anytime pink pepper is prominent in a fragrance, I'm a big fan of that. And then I would say forms of incense. Specifically, I like smoky nuances, but specifically incense, olibanum, frankincense, things of that sort. That specific style of smoky nuance, big fan of, really pops off of my skin. It'll really come out in a fragrance when it gets on my skin. So that would be the 3. That would be my top 3. Iris, pink pepper, and incense. Believe it or not. Great question. The scented. There you go. That's one because it's. I was drawing a blank. It's hard to go through so many at once, you know. And Wave Must today. Ooh, you picked up 2 bangers. I haven't tried it in a long time. I have Mephisto. I've only smelled Gentle Woman once. It's been a long time, so I can't really weigh in on it. But I'm going to scroll ahead, take one more because I'm so far back. Oh, here's a $2 super chat. What's up? Just grab the Victory Flanker, Victory Elixir. I have a decan of it. It's down here in this box. I put them all in the box. I don't know how many of you saw my shorts video I put out late last night because I had just opened this, the new release from M. Micallef, Gin and Tonic. It's amazing. That's all I'm going to say. If you like freshies, which I'm in freshie mode right now. Let me pull the drawer out. Looks like a giant ice cube. Beautiful, bright citrus gin and tonic smell from the aromatics. A little very zesty, a little spiced at the top. Just gorgeous. It's a niche freshie with a gin and tonic feel, as the name would indicate. It's gorgeous. It's a PR package. I mean, if you were to buy it, it doesn't come in this giant package. There's a mixer and ice pick and all kinds of shit here in this bag that I haven't opened yet. I looked at it, but just want to let you guys know. My leg hit it just now. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I wanted to bring that up in here. But Victory Elixir, I do like more than Victory. Thank you so much for the super chat. I need to spend a little more time with it and see if I'm going to get a bottle at some point. I think next just blind purchase is going to be probably Spice Bomb Infrared Eau de Parfum. I saw Chris from Fragmental put some content out on it today. I don't want to see it, but I'm going to grab it pretty soon once it hits the U.S. market. And if it has already, I'm going to grab it probably in the next week or so. But thank you for the super chat. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and shut it down, an hour and 5 minutes. Thank you to everybody that has recently joined in this live chat. I had some people join the membership before I started the live too. Thank you guys. Welcome. Enjoy the perks. Like I said, beginning of next week is going to be the first poll. I'm going to get you guys to weigh in on some content ideas. Give me some of your ideas, and we're going to execute some of them for the following week. For the Hall of Fame level, one more time, we're a few away from doing that. If we don't get to the 12-member minimum for the Hall of Fame level by the end of the month, we're just going to do a niche discovery set. I'll probably do like an MFK discovery set. And because the idea for that is I'm going to buy a niche fragrance that's appropriate for the season. And we'll do a private live stream for just the Hall of Fame members for that tier, and we'll just do a live stream last weekend of the month, and I'll raffle it off to one of you guys and ship it out to you. It'd be brand new. Like the first one I'm thinking is Mancera French Riviera. I think that's perfect to ring in summer, something like that, or maybe Fabulous Yuzu, something along those lines. But we'll get there. If we don't get there before the end of the month, it'll be for next month that we'll do that. But appreciate all of you guys. Make sure you like this stream before you go. Thank you to everybody that super chatted. I'll catch you guys on the next one. You have a good one.